Just trust in my words. I know how to make a good boy, don't worry. I'm sure by now you can already tell just how much you really want this, right? How much you really want to be a good boy for me right now. As I am in charge of you right now, show me how good a good boy like you can listen to my every word as I continue to teach you what makes a good boy a good boy. Hi, it's Jacqueline Powers. Before we start, a quick note. This video mentions my Patreon and downloads collection. Support and exclusive benefits are in the links below. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to never miss out on my latest uploads. Only safe for work content is here, but for more intense versions, check the description. Now relax and let the session begin. Hello, my dear, and welcome to your new place you'll be attending from now. Here at the Academy for Good Boys, we are very much eager to bring out the very best good boy inside every one of our students. Over different lessons and modules, you'll learn what it means to be a good boy, to be able to serve when you leave this academy. Welcome, my new students. I am your headmistress, Miss Jacqueline Powers. It will be my duty for the next years to make a good boy out of every single one of you. We already have very prominent graduates from this school, and I'm sure every single one of you has just about the same potential. All you gotta do is always attend your lessons that will start today, and before you know it, you'll be just as much of a good boy as any one of our ACE graduates from this school. Today we will start with the very basic of what makes a good boy, and that is the ability to listen well and grow with your lessons. So all of you, I want you to focus on my voice right now and to listen to every single bit that I will tell you. I will test all your imagination to see if you have the potential and what it takes to become a good boy. Now just focus on my every single word. Find that besides my words, everything else can just grow so very unimportant for the moment. All that matters is the sound of my voice and my words. Each and every word becomes easier and easier to focus on if you just let it happen. Don't try too hard, my dear. The secret lies in the relaxing. Don't try to make yourself listen to my words, really. Just relax. Instead, while you listen to my words, and before you know it, there will only be my voice left. You just gotta take in the relaxation into every part of your body. No matter if you're sitting, laying, or standing, it's so very easy to just listen to my voice. My voice has this special tone that attracts good boys and good girls all the same. It makes it so very easy for them to listen to my words spoken by my voice, feeling so very easy to let all their focus become my voice, my words, just wanting to listen more and more to them, and to find themselves so easily relaxing to it. I'm sure you can notice how those eyelids of yours are just becoming heavier and heavier while you listen to your beautiful headmistress's voice, finding how her words just so easily lets your eyelids become heavier and heavier as you already lost control over them. As I describe how heavy they simply become that heavy. It's alright. Don't be afraid. The effect of my voice can have is so very instant sometimes that your eyes just start to do so automatically what my voice describes. Don't be alarmed. All of this is really just natural, and you should just let it happen and enjoy it. The feeling of how your eyes just grow heavier and heavier as I speak with my wonderful words to you. However, it's not only your eyelids anymore, is it? It's already starting everywhere in your body, isn't it? If you're really standing until now, you should definitely sit down or lie down. Now, while every part of your body just becomes more and more relaxed with every word of me, your mind and body will find it so very easy and easier as we continue to follow the sound of my words to descend deeper and deeper into a state of total focus just on my words and voice. Your mind and body will find it so very easy and easier as we continue to follow the sound of my words to descend deeper and deeper into a state of total focus just on my words and voice. Deeper and deeper into total focus on what is truly important right now. Because you can already feel how wonderful it feels to just listen to your head mistress's voice, don't you? How relaxed your whole body is just simply becoming just by listening to my every word. How you can feel the same heaviness that you feel in your eyelids just spread all throughout your body, and how it slowly but surely just pulls you into this deep, total focus on nothing but my words and voice for me, finding that every word of me, this just happens more and more natural, noticing how you don't need to do anything, and your focus just keeps drifting back to my voice and words, almost as if your attention was completely drawn to my words, as if you just can't stop listening anymore. Why would you? 'Cause after all, you came here to become a good boy. So you should listen just exactly like this. When someone like me who is in charge of you speaks to you, a good boy listens and takes in their words. That is what good boys simply do. Good boys don't have to try. They just listen, follow, and obey what their person in charge of them tells them, feeling with every deep breath of you that focus on my words just grows and grows, as the relaxation inside you just continues to grow as well with every deep breath you take for me. That's right. You're listening so very well. You're on the first right steps to becoming a good boy now. Just listen to what I'm telling you and take wonderfully relaxing deep breaths for me, as those eyes just become way too heavy to still keep open, and they just flutter more and more as you listen to my wonderful words. They relax you so much that it just becomes so impossible to keep those heavy eyes open anymore, as they start to just stay more and more closed with my every word, until at some point your eyelids have simply become so very heavy that you can't open them on your own anymore. It really is so natural for that to happen with my words. It happened so many times before already to all those other good boys who have left this academy already. And now it's time you step into their place to feel your eyelids so very heavy that they no longer open anymore, no matter how hard you even try right now. In fact, the more you try to open them, the more they just stay tightly shut. That is because your subconscious has been listening this whole time. We slowly but surely have trained your subconscious more and more to do as it is told by the person who is in charge. Right now, I'm in charge, and I told you that your eyelids are simply too heavy by now to still open on their own anymore. And just like that, your subconscious listened, followed, and obeyed my words so easily and naturally. You are making your first steps right now to becoming such a good boy for who is in charge of you. You are learning to listen so well to what you are told that your mind just makes you do it all on your own, feeling it simply become like a reflex with someone who is in charge of you, finding that just as their words tell you, it becomes. The most important thing about this, though, is that you have to trust that person. Only if you trust that person, just like you trust me right now, only then can you follow so easily and effortlessly every single word that they are telling you. Now that you started to learn one of the basics, I can only tell you that the more often you practice this basic skill, the more easily and more quickly you will become a good boy, just like you want to be. As in a lot of things, practice makes perfect, and if you're training your focus eagerly, you will be eager to listen, good boy, before you know it. Of course, this won't happen overnight, but the more often you practice to listen to my words and voice like this, the more easy it will be with who will be in charge of you in the future, my dear. Just trust in my words. I know how to make a good boy, don't worry. I am doing this so many years already by now. Just trust in my experience and follow my lessons, and you will become such a good boy for who will be in charge of you. I'm sure by now you can already tell just how much you really want this, right? How much you really want to be a good boy for me right now. As I am in charge of you right now, so listen, my good boy. Listen to me. Show me how well you can bring your focus on nothing but my words and voice by now. Show me how good a good boy like you can listen to my every word as I continue to teach you what makes a good boy a good boy. Now that we have the part about the focus on what is really and truly important down for now, let us start to go into the next part, which is the feeling of being eager. The feeling of being eager is a wonderful feeling that will help you as a support to want to do good for who will be in charge of you in the future. Or for me right now. The feeling of eager is a feeling that will fill you out completely. The feeling of being eager is a motivation to want to do so well for who is in charge of you. You want to do so well for me and listen so very intensely to my words and lessons. It feels so good to be so eager in everything you do for me. It's a natural feeling of being so very motivated to do so well for who we are eager for. It helps with fulfilling tasks you might not even thought about before who is in charge of you mentions them to you, because you are so eager to please them. You even start considering what they might ask of you before you know it. Something you never thought about before just becomes routine for you, all because of how eager you are to please that person who is in charge of you. I'm sure you are understanding more and more what I mean, right? After all, you feel so very eager to listen to me more and more right now. So eager to pick up all your lessons in the future. Starting to feel so eager to want to become the best good boy there is for me. You want me to be proud of how much of a good boy you can become for me. You feel so eager to do your very best to keep increasing more and more how well you can listen as the good boy that you are for me. Feeling how all you want to do at some point is just follow my words and voice more and more. Finding it so very easy to notice where your focus should really be. Finding yourself so very eager to listen to my every word now, and to just not really care anymore what I might tell you consciously, but to simply as I taught you with your subconscious, just taking in the words of me, so automatic and deep as we talk. It's so very easy really to just absorb them without paying too much attention to them. And do you know why? 'Cause you are already eager to just let me do as I feel. 'Cause it just simply feels so good to know that I will be back teaching you more and more how to be a good boy, really. You can already feel your deep trust starting to develop, knowing I will know exactly how to make a good boy out of you. Always remember the basics of just listening, of just following, of just obeying. Not even needing to think about it. It's just automatic with me, or a person who's in charge of you. Feels just so right to want to do what we say. Feels just so perfect to listen to our every word so easily and effortless, again and again. Feeling eager to do as you're told by your person in charge. Feeling so eager to do as I say now. Now, let these feelings start to sink so very deeply into your very being, happy and ready to accept them as your first steps to being such a good boy for me. Noticing how good it already feels inside you to imagine being a good boy for me. It's something you are so eager to now, aren't you? Good boy. You made your first steps today to becoming a good boy in the future. I am very proud of you, my good boy. I am seeing a lot of promise inside of you, so I hope you'll feel very eager to come back for more of my classes, knowing that the more often you revisit classes, of course, the easier the things of the next course will be for you. I'm sure you're so eager to study so well for me, aren't you? But for now, it's time for you to drift back out of your trance for me. I'll count up from 1 to 10. Now, and when I reach 10, you will be back in the here and now, all the lessons accepted deeply into yourself. Now listen to me counting up, knowing where your focus should always be. 1, starting to wake for me. 2, more and more eager to do as I say. 3, feeling how you just want to wake up for me now more and more. 4, knowing that if I wanted you deep again, at some point you'll be very eager to be deep again for me. 5, halfway back to awake already. 6, coming up more and more. 7, there's only up right now. 8, those eyelids able to lift up again. 9, starting to open your eyes, blinking. 10, wide awake. This was your very first lesson to becoming a good boy. I'm sure I will see you again, as I can already tell how eager you are now. Until next time, practice makes perfect. Always remember that, my good student.